Hello, this is Angela R. Sasser, illustrator and author, and I'm back after another year of Art Fight, the art trading event where artists get together and draw each other's characters. I've been looking forward to this event every year since I started back in 2023. I love bringing a smile to other artists by drawing their original characters. It's the end of the battle, so here's my annual wrap-up video showing what I made for other people and what they made for me. Let us celebrate a glorious battle! Here's a look at the images I made for this year's art fight. I didn't have a lot of time for detailed pieces this year, so I decided to use the event to practice my ability to make simple emoticons for Discord and Twitch. Making emotes is more difficult than I anticipated. Creating an emote requires isolating a strong emotion from a character and then finding a way to abstract it with strong shapes that could read at a small size. My first attack was of Hesper by Cassinder, who is an acrobat who enjoys collecting knowledge. She seemed very quiet and thoughtful to me, so I tried to make a more subtle emote. I love Hesper's soft lavenders and red. She helped me explore and define what kind of style I wanted to use for the rest of the event. Next, we have Glittering Blade, who belongs to Shifting Path, a flamboyant swordsman whose expression came in loud and clear when I was trying to think of a strong, defining emotion for this character. His flirty emote ended up being my favorite one from this event. I think I nailed the balance of expressiveness and simplicity the best in this particular emote as well. Next up is Iselsi Toshiaki, who belongs to Guy Bites at Games. I adore all of his interesting costume details and glamorous personality, and have been wanting to draw him since I saw him during the Exalted Art Challenge event. I drew him throwing shade and sparkling with charm all in one emote. Here we have Yorigasu, a Corvid sidereal exalted by Labsaptoe. This one stumped me at the start because I'm not too familiar with avian anatomy, much less how to chibify avian anatomy. Thankfully, Yorigasu showed up through at the end, no doubt looking down at one of her failed charges with embarrassment at how sorry a warrior they are and how she must guide them to their destiny regardless. Next is Shireen by Kuro Siyu. I've admired Kuro's art for a long time and had to do something for this art fight. I chose this character because I was intrigued by her story of returning from the grave to uncover some sort of mystery. I have a soft spot for my death-positive grave domain folks. I also highly identify with this character's amount of eye bags. Next, I had to do something for Lumeris because I love their art. Here's Lumeris' Kaelin, who looks like a kind sort of emotional support knight. I thought a supportive wink suited him. Here we have Valoran by Cacobeast, who caught my attention for being multiple things I love: witchy, purple-haired, and mischievous. I loved your expressive reference art of her doting on her gnome champion, Cacobeast. Then we have Alianas Nova, who I admittedly wanted to draw purely because I love moth antennae and his design is absolutely gorgeous. I apologize for giving him such a silly face, but that's what came through to me because I admittedly missed that there was a reference link off-site until after I had already submitted the attack, and now upon finding that info for this video, I know that he might not make this face. He seems much nicer than I drew him. Sorry about that. Next is Rania by Jade Quartz. Rania caught my attention with her amazing design and cool backstory. She is a ruthless, discerning crime lord who also makes wood figurines for her crew and has 2 adopted kids. I enjoyed this juxtaposition. It also seems the crankier the character, the more fun it is to turn them into a chibi. Finally, we have Sprites de la Cruz by Creative Idiot. I love this character's hair and freckles and really enjoyed coloring the hair. Probably the most adorable emote of the bunch. I also identify with this amount of nervous sweat drops. July has been a difficult month for me on the mental health end, and I really appreciate all the folks who took the time out to draw my characters. You can see more close-ups of everyone's art with linked artist credits in the blog form of this post linked in this video's description. In particular, Shifting Paths Attack, featuring their character Grave Goods Gardener and my boy Mask of Golden Lies, has a fun story attached to it that I've linked through to the blog article as well. So be sure to check that article out. Thanks for watching! I hope you all had an inspiring July. Thank you again for all the lovely inspiration and art. See you on the battlefield next year, art fighters! Follow my channel for more art, video games, and geekery. Find all my socials and links at angelasasser.com/links. If you really love my art, feel free to tip me on Patreon or Ko-fi, where your support helps this little indie artist continue to geek out over the things she loves. See you around, and wishing you all inspiration.